Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the Harry's Drinking Again podcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. And tonight, we're hitting you with the 52nd edition of T.N.R. Thursday Night Rants. Thank you for being here. We have an actor in the house, Dave Shecter. We're going to get into his career tonight, talk about a little bit of this man's career, get to know himself on and off the screen, and some of his projects that he's been doing. I'm looking forward to it. He jumped off in the calendar and booked his slot here, so we're making more connections. Hope everybody had a great week, and we got a good year ahead of us. All right. So, with that being said, the man here, Dave Shecter, actor extraordinaire. Now I have your IMDb pulled up here,
Oh yeah,
and
cool.
actually, what I like to do since we're up on the live, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I would like you to go ahead and introduce yourself,
Sure.
a little rundown, and I'm gonna put your IMDb up on the screen so people can get a good glimpse of yourself. He's been in movies such as
No,
Beloved Beast, Candy Bar Heist, Grace
no,
Face,
no.
and I were you also, let's see, I thought I seen something else. It could have. There's also a David Schechter. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
There's a David.
yeah. That really kind of freaked me out when I saw that because it's not a real common name. But no relation. I don't know who that is.
Okay, so not to be confused with David, we have David
Yeah,
E. Davey. But yeah, man. Thank
yeah.
you for joining me. This is Harris is Drinking Again. We do most of our interviews live. I have been going back to Zoom and doing some pre-recorded. But when I started Harris is Drinking Again, um, and I figured out how to go live, I said, man, this is really cool. So some nights we have a little bit of engagement. We're still growing the channel. We just got
Hmm.
over 204 subs or something like that. Um,
Wow.
but my co-host brother Ray G will not be here tonight. Maybe possibly later on, but he's got some stuff to do. So it is just me. But we consider this. I'm gonna change the name almost to a pubcast. Uh, Harris is Drinking Again pubcast because that's not a name that
That
I've
makes
heard
sense.
before. And I like to consider this like your virtual pub. You walk in, you get a drink, have some casual
Dude.
conversation, and
Mm.
now I seen before when you booked, I have a couple questions that I asked the guests. You're not much of a drinker yourself, is that right?
21 years without.
Okay,
Yeah, I quit
all right.
back in
Man,
the day.
I hope I can get that strength one of these days, man. I'm just down to weed and alcohol. I've,
Well,
I've cut
you're
off
doing all right then.
Hey, I'm trying, man.
This is
That's
my vice now. My
right.
vice now. Diet dude.
There you go, man. So, all right. So, give us a little bit of a rundown, man. Just of where you start out, where you're from, kind of your childhood progresses up until
Hmm.
maybe your early 20s, how your career got off the ground, and we'll go from there.
Well, not much of a career, but a hobby, I call
Okay.
it. But I grew up in the South, in Texas. Me and my sisters. Uh, we left, well, my father and I left Texas when my folks divorced and went to Michigan, where my grandparents were living. So I spent from the age of 12 through late 20s, early mid to late 20s in Michigan, uh, and after that I came out here. I'm currently in the Seattle area. Um, and I came out to the West Coast in the mid to late '80s, and been here ever since. So,
Huh? Did you go out to the West to for work and to go
um,
do the Hollywood thing? Or?
no, no, not at all. My parents came out here. Well, my father moved out here from Michigan, and after I graduated high school, I followed him out. I was young, didn't have nothing going on, so I said, why not? So I came out to the West Coast, and like I said, I've been here ever since. Uh, I didn't, I didn't grow up wanting to be any type of actor, or I really didn't have anything in mind of what I wanted to do growing up. I just kind of took it day to day, hung out with friends. I did whatever came along, the jobs, mostly grunt work, warehouses and things like that. And I didn't really focus on my future, which is where I made a big mistake.
Right.
I should have done that at an early age. I might have been someone to talk about today, but
I I feel that. I was in the same boat growing up. I hated high school. I hated school
yeah, well,
since elementary.
I could have been, and it's always, I could have been, you know, I have what it takes to do whatever I want. And I should have applied that when I was younger, but I didn't. So anyway, I didn't grow up wanting to be an actor. I didn't. I was in grade school. I remember being in some plays and things. Not not much more than that. Until my I would say my early to mid 20s. I wanted to give modeling a try. I wanted to be a male model, like a GQ guy. So I jumped around to some of these local modeling and talent agencies in our hometown back there in Michigan. And I gave that a shot, and nothing really became of that either. I had a few gigs here and there, hair model and suits, things like that. But I came out to the West Coast, and I didn't really get serious about it till I took. I was going to a community college here and took a theater class, and that was about 2000 and oh shoot 5, something like that. But I've only been acting about 12 years, 10 to 12 years, uh, like seriously giving it a shot. Like I said, I took some theater, and it was okay. I didn't really care for it, but I started to look for things around town, like independent filmmakers, looking through the Craigslist one ads about for talent and gigs and things like that. I started auditioning for these guys, and I got a few small parts around here, and I landed a role in. It was a short film called The Olympians back in 2000 and I want to say 12, and that one was what I think where it all started. That was really fun. That was it was a period piece like 1800s, uh, and the guy it was out here on the coast, and the guy rented out this little cabin, and he made it look like an 1880s saloon. So, and the whole film basically took place in that saloon, and I was one of the bar patrons in there, and I really had a great time with that. I mean, I got a few speaking lines in that production, and from there I just said, man, this is fun. I got to role play.
Yeah,
got to play the cowboy, kind of. So
absolutely.
yeah,
Did
from
that,
there, yeah, it just took off from there.
did that one? I'm. Did you get paid some sort of whether it was like a the daily wage, like you're like a low level actor fee, or was it enough to like give you that boost? or was it just the fact that you were doing something, had a few lines, and that
Yeah,
gave you hope?
there was no pay,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
none of that.
But
I mean,
just a
it was,
glimmer of hope though that you
it was
finally
the
landed
fact
something.
that I was out there meeting people. I was like you say role playing, which is always fun, and just giving it a shot, and then that's when the dreams start. When you get that first shot, that's
Yep.
when your head starts playing with you, and you start dreaming about the big picture. So I just kept going from there, and I think over the last 10 years, I've been doing pretty good. I got quite a resume built up, and
Okay.
had a few agents. Still have an agent here in town, and
Is
been
it
traveling and
is
doing
it
quite a.
is it something now that pays the bills for you? And I mean, this is your uh,
Mm-mm,
still something you just
just no.
doing there. Okay.
I got a real job, a good job, and I've been doing that for since I've been out on the West Coast here, 20 years or more, and that's kind of what keeps me from moving down to LA because I'd like to do that. I'd like to go down there and give it a shot. I've got a few friends down there now, and I'd like to try that, but my job keeps me here, and I'm doing all right. I fly down there when I need to, which in fact I'll be down there next weekend. I got a small gig to do in a horror film, and then actually the following week I'll be back down there doing another film. So I do fly back and forth quite a bit.
Is that a misconception? I guess the general public has. They just think you have an IMDb, or think you have a credit, and you must be doing something, right? Think that you got this big payday. Do you come across that a lot with people?
That is correct. Yes. People who aren't in the business, I guess they don't really know or understand that it's not quite like that. And I get that a lot. First, the first question out of people's mouths is usually, "How much are they paying you?" And I tell you, it's for me, it's not much. It's very minimal. It's peanuts, basically. I'm I do it for the like. It's kind of like a hobby now. Um, I'm building myself up. I'm creating my resume. I'm building my foundation, so to speak. I'm networking, meeting people, which is why I do a lot of this stuff. I don't do it because of the money, right? It's not why I'm doing it. I'm meeting people. I'm getting somewhat known, uh, and that's what it's all about. I want to get bigger and better roles, and just keep going. And one day, yeah, I'd like to quit my job and do it full time. I don't plan on being like an A-lister. I don't plan on that. If it happened, great, but I'm not shooting for that. I just want to do it daily, small parts, character actor. If I could just continuously do that, I'd be real happy with that. And that's what I'm shooting for. So
Okay. And
yeah,
there's enough work. I mean, I guess it's yeah, I've been interviewing a few actors now, and it seems like that is the misconception that even I am coming across. But there's a process, there's a grind that 10-20 years, it doesn't matter. But there's also, I guess, certain how political, I mean, is your situation in the industry as far as um knowing the right people, or having to, do you ever like accept roles that maybe you wouldn't usually want to take to get to another tier, or like how political is the business on that side?
it is a lot about who you know. A lot that plays a big part in this business on where you go and things like that. I haven't been offered anything that I haven't wouldn't that I said no to. I mean, unless I was already booked for something else and I couldn't make the date. But as far as not liking the role or something that I don't want to do, no, I haven't been offered anything like that.
Yeah.
So far it's all been good stuff, and I've been able to do most of the things I've been cast in or offered.
Is there a certain niche or something that they hire you for mostly?
Yeah. I usually play a cop in
Okay.
a lot of films. I play cops and lawyers, um, like a henchman, mobster, FBI agents, and security guards. Those type of things. Yeah. In fact, up here where I have I was a part of a production company here that was real small and then growing at a rapid pace, and I was a part of that for a while. So I ended up buying a lot of stuff for that production company, thinking we were going to be, you know, keep going, but things happened and it didn't work out. But I have a cop car I purchased for film, and I have lots of props because I love collecting props and things like that. But it's the cop car and all the stuff associated with it. I think I get a lot of calls from local filmmakers here in town that want to use the cop car, and so I get offered the role of a cop if I want to be in their film usually. So I play a lot of cops uh, because of the car, I think, and so and I don't mind that.
So like, do you use your own cop car for the role? Sometimes you just pull up and like because they have because you already got the cop car. They're like, oh hell, it's one less prop that they got to put up.
Yes, I use that cop car for the roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's for. I don't use it unless it's in a film.
Wow.
So it's I call it my prop car, which is what it is. It's a prop car. So, but I mean, it's an actual police car and all the working lights and everything. But I don't drive it on the road unless the lights are covered and I'm on my way to a film shoot. So it can
Interesting.
get a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Impersonating a police officer on your way to impersonate a police officer.
Not a good thing. Yeah. So don't want that. But
Is it?
yeah, they actually told me, the cops, when I've been stopped before, um, what I had to do to drive that on the road, even from movie to movie or set to set. I had to have the lights covered, uh, and that says out of service in order to drive that car. So I did that, and I do that.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
Is there any role that you wouldn't um, that you wouldn't play at all that maybe go against your character or creed as a man or a person, whether it's a rapist, serial killer, something crazy like that? Is there just something that you're like, nah, not me?
Um, um, I as far as those type of roles, I'd have to read the script uh, to figure that out. I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't. I do a lot of horror films, and they don't bother me. Um, I don't want to do any X-rated stuff. Obviously, that
yeah.
I would say no to that.
Okay.
Uh, but I'd have to read the script if I was offered. Well, I've had some abusive films where I was an abusive uh, husband, and I
Yeah,
had to, smack my wife around. But
yeah. A lot of compartmentalization, I guess, goes on with the acting process. The ability to, I guess, switch into a character that might not be your natural self. Do you find that difficult, or is that just natural with the actors, or do actors come with that ability to just turn on set, and they because I hear a lot about the actors that keep stuff with them and it kind of deteriorates them off. the camera type thing, or acting?
Uh, you mean like a character actor or someone who was
Um,
someone who played a role and then was really uh, excuse me a minute. I got a barky dog here. Oh, someone who was really how do you say it? Um,
I guess stuck in the role.
in the role where to the point where it affects them
Yeah,
in a bad way,
yeah, it starts to change almost. There's take over their spirit or something like that.
like having uh, PTSD or something
Yeah,
from the role or something.
yeah,
I haven't. I don't know anyone like that, but I'm sure it's happened. Um, I don't. Yeah, that a lot of the people that I work with, they all can do that. They all switch it on and off, and just like that. There's lots of talent out there, and they're able to do that, and that's part of what makes a good actor. You got to be able to do that kind of stuff
yeah,
for the role and turn it off and on and be someone you're not supposed to be. That's what it's all about, right? Or be someone that they're requiring you to be.
yeah. Is
It can be tough.
yeah,
I think, but a lot of the most of the roles I get are along those lines where I'm an angry, pissed off uh, type of person, and I think I do better at that than I haven't really done any comedy. I don't know if I could do it. People say that I'm pretty comedic, but I don't see it. uh, I'd like to give that a shot, but
yeah. I could see you, know, playing like an angry guy. Just even the way your hair is right now, and you get that scour on your, doing some yelling and shit, and you're fucking throwing shit around,
yeah, I'm the angry neighbor, the old crotchety neighbor that no one likes,
right?
and I
Yeah.
love those roles. I love those roles.
And if I had to typecast myself, I'd be like some you know, young gangbanger thug, throw a couple of face tats and my music's too loud and you come out with a shotgun or something. I said turn that shit down, goddamn. You know,
Yeah, you
stop
young.
in the yard.
That's me. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't mind those roles. I don't mind those at all. It's
Okay.
fun too because you do that on scene, and then afterwards everybody's hugging and best of friends. And that's what I like about it.
Yeah. Is there a so that like after the roles, I mean, within the actor community, it's pretty small. I would assume the industry is very small, but
Yes,
I guess you have, like you said, meeting people. So you find you have like a core of, I guess, friends that you know,
sure.
either on set, after set, maybe you guys go get food or you go, whatever, and you're
Yeah,
constantly networking
uh,
with people.
there's a few. I have a few friends. Yeah, here, but it's not so much up here in the Northwest. I mean, I don't go out much with actor friends and party and stuff like that, but the community is small, yes. And when you're on set, whether it be here, New York, or wherever in the independent film community, you're always running into people that you've worked with before on those sets. Yeah, it's kind of a small group. There's a group the films that I do and things are kind of. I always see the same people. Always work with the same people and the actors and things. So I think it's great. Yeah, you get to know people, and that's the great thing about it is they remember you if you're if you're well liked and you do a good job, and they're going to remember you, and you become friends, and eventually they call you back and offer you parts and things like that. It's
Yeah.
good. It's just a fun art. It's a fun community to be in. Small group of people, good group of people for the most part. You get in with the right people, and it's just like a big family. I mean, you know how they always say it always hurts when it's kind of sad at the end of production when everybody's gonna you're all wrapped up and you're all going your separate ways. That's true. That is so true. I mean, even on these short productions, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you do a film, you get to know these people, or you've already known the people, but you're working with them again, and yet, and those are the times you go out after the shoot and you have dinner and this and that, and you get to. It is family life, and
Yeah.
at the end of that shoot, it is sad. It is really sad. I mean, you just don't want it to end. But
Yeah.
I can imagine what it's like being on a series, right? That's been going on for years.
Yeah.
How that would feel, after 10 years or whatever, and suddenly it's the end, and you're like, oh man, this is it. That's where your emotions would come out. I don't know. It'd be tough, really tough.
Yeah. Did you do any filming? I guess during the pandemic or post pandemic with the mask and the whole 6 feet. Did you get to experience that?
Yeah, yeah. I kept busy during the COVID thing. In fact, the sets that I was on, were very strict about that. If you weren't in front of the camera, you were wearing a mask, and everyone had a test. There was a rapid test that they do before the shoot. When you got to set, you did your COVID test, and you did that every day, and you wore your mask. So yeah, we kept busy, but it was very strict. Um,
Wow. Was that
yeah.
a was that a I guess it took everybody getting used to. But how big of a I guess a shocker was that? Were you just seeing through the work like, hey, screw the mandates that they got going on. I'm here for my purpose, my hobby or however you've seen it, or did it really affect you mentally in any way? You're like, man, what the hell is this? Just all the ridiculousness, maybe. How did you process that?
Um, no, it didn't affect me, and I didn't know. Everyone that I ran into on set that were associated with the film I was doing were the same way. Played by the rules, wore their masks.
Mhm.
Because that was some serious stuff. I mean, nobody wanted COVID. I mean, that was deadly. It still is, and so everyone got their test done when they got to set, and there was, I think, only one guy I know was a positive, and he was a crew member, and he got sent home. So I know he never came back. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, everyone wore their mask. They played by the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. And I would assume the industry, obviously with all the money and stuff, they wanted safety, but they wouldn't want to have like the what the adult industry had with the HIV outbreak or something, to where they
oh,
shut down for years or a year or whatever it was.
right. Yeah, you don't want that. I mean,
I can
it
see.
did hurt. It did hurt the industry a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of productions fell off. People waited, and there wasn't as many films being made. It affected everything. Every.
Yeah. When it first broke, I was like, a lot of people were tripping out. We're like, so how are they gonna make movies? We're just assuming that all the movies made from like 2020 to 21, everybody has a mask. Everybody has, but it's cool that they didn't, I guess, shoot that in such a way where you're in front of the camera, you could take it off and things like that. For me, there was just the mask, however you feel about them, but for the programming of the masses, I was freaking out there because I was like, wait a minute, we're gonna see 300 people in this film, and all of them just have a mask and mask by their side and mask around the neck, mask hanging in the rear view mirror
Oh yeah,
in the car scene.
yeah. That would have been weird, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't go that to that extent. But
Hey, yeah, in fact, I got some pictures of me and some of the people I work with wearing masks. Yeah, it's funny.
what's if you have a a list of some of the favorite people that you desire to work with, like if like your top just three, if we're playing like a fantasy name game, and they said, Dave, tomorrow you get your choice to shoot with these three actors or actresses. Who are those three going to be?
Wow.
Or even five if it's too much.
Wow. That's tough question because I work with anybody, and I always think it's a privilege to work with anyone that I do get work with. Um, that's tough. Clint Eastwood, that'd be fun.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, can you imagine doing a
Yeah,
western? Um, hmm. Yeah, that's a
too many to name. Huh?
yeah. Well,
were there were there any actors in that growing up that you were just a kid, that kid in high school who didn't give a damn about school, wanted to get home and put on a tape of a certain individual?
you know, I have to say no. I didn't have any movie stars, so to speak, that I just had to watch all the time. I really wasn't into movies and things growing up like that. I remember watching the the Wild Wild West. Remember
Mm-hmm.
with Robert Conrad. I always enjoyed that as a kid. So and that's oh the Rifleman, Chuck Connors. I don't know if you remember that.
I know the name.
Yeah, that was back in the 50s. Uh, and Daniel Boone, things like that. Fess Parker. Those are the guys that I was watching as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That my dad would let me watch.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
back
but
when we still had somewhat of parental supervision. I was raised by a mom that wouldn't let me watch R-rated movies, and then
right.
fast forward today, I try to limit my son to stuff, but even your average commercials, like, I don't know, I hear choice words on there that I'm like, damn.
I know, and yeah, it's changed a whole lot. But I've worked with some guys that I look up to. Like nowadays, Tom Sizemore was a guy that I always enjoyed watching as a young adult, older now. Michael Bean was a I always enjoyed his work, and I got to meet him. So this is my wall of guys I've worked with. Michael Madsen, guys like that are just constantly working. And I look up to those guys, and it's always a pleasure when I get to meet them and work with them.
Yeah. What's your favorite horror movie? Do you have a favorite one or a favorite horror series?
Hmm. I I liked Jeepers Creepers. That was kind of cool. The first one and two. Um, but I sometimes I have a tough time with the slasher type.
Right.
The slasher like Friday the 13th, and it's just. I mean, I've done those type of films, but just watching them, I don't. It doesn't do
Doesn't
much for me. But
your thing. I'm
yeah,
more I'm more of a suspense thriller,
yeah, I like.
the slow, methodical, even like a lot of the paranormal stuff. I can't even think right now, but like Annabelle, and different
Yeah,
paranormal movies like that.
Conjuring and
Conjuring, yeah,
things like those type of films I enjoy. Uh-huh. Um, they're not. Yeah, those have a story to them, and it's not like
yeah,
somebody's running around doing just a bunch of slashing and killing.
right.
And the Saw series, did you
Oh
get
yeah,
into any of that? It's
yeah,
all
yeah. I think I stopped at like 3 or 4, but I've definitely seen the first two.
yeah,
I think I actually I'm horrible at Roman numerals. The one in the V, is that 4?
that is four. Yeah,
Okay, so I seen up to, what do they got, 5 now though, or something like that. Right.
yeah. There may be even more. I think
Yeah, I seen the first 3 or 4 then, but
you
those
should
were
watch. I did a film called um, Death Count.
okay.
It's kind of similar to the Saw series. You have eight individuals who wake up in jail cells
Okay.
in a different cell, and they're chained to their cell, and they have to do things
Oh,
to appease the video viewing audience.
sick and twisted stuff. Yeah, I was gonna ask you too. Where are most your movies independent releases? Do you have are you on the Tubies and all these other
Well,
platforms? And
most of them are on the Amazon Prime
okay,
and all the other streaming platforms, which I don't know half of them, but there's a
yeah,
lot.
so many.
But
But
I don't think that any of them have made Netflix yet. I'd
okay,
like to see that, but most of them are Amazon Prime Video releases.
okay. I'm gonna write that one down here. Death Count
Death Count.
on Amazon. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I personally like Amazon Prime over Netflix. I have a Netflix, a Hulu, and a Prime account.
yeah,
I'm wasting money on Hulu because I never even log into that shit.
yeah, yeah. I never watched it. I
But
have.
I like Netflix and I like Prime. Prime,
Yeah,
the selection I will probably just so much more, even though you got to pay, but you got the option to rent, and they're so extensive. Even if unlike Netflix, they just don't have it. Prime might not have it, but you could simply rent it or buy it, or so I
yeah,
like them.
yeah. I like that. I watch a majority of Amazon Prime over Netflix.
Yeah, I like
Hmm.
their layout too, and the children's movies. I have a little one, so I find it better for my son too.
Oh, good.
A
Yeah,
little more options. Um, One thing I have a problem with, like I think a lot of people with the horror movies, mainly I guess the slasher types, is they're so damn predictable. From it seems like from the first horror movie
they are.
to the one I see next, they're always gonna fucking trip. I,
Oh
I
yeah.
I'm tired of the trip, and I'm tired of the you know who's there, poor little girl alone, and it's like, get the fuck out of the house. In your mind, is there a way? Because I'm always sitting back watching these movies, and I'm thinking like, okay, all these brilliant minds on these movie sets, all these creative writers and geniuses, and I get it. There's a formula, blah blah blah. But is there a way to recreate the horror film to where they just don't trip, they don't stumble with their keys, and every time they go to the fucking car, I'm sorry,
They
but
drop.
we got to change that. I mean, the keys can't be there, and not every car is gonna put, and then they take off. Like, is there a way around that, or is that just what we're stuck with till the end of time?
I don't know why that is, but you are so correct. I don't know. I just yeah. We need to the people in the industry who write these need to come up with some better ideas on killing people.
Well,
It is all the same, and I don't know why it is like that, but it's very very predictable, and when you're watching what's going to happen, and When that person turns around and says, "I'm going to go take a leak in the woods," well, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like I just always found that odd, so I stay away from those types of horror movies. And but with the
Yeah,
suspense ones, there's there's a little more suspense. But even with those, like the paranormal stuff, it's like the camera closes in and it's like a black hallway and like the thing pops up in front of the screen, and
yeah.
those somewhat predictable, but because there's a more of a scare factor in the I don't know, I just always go with those a tad more. But I'm always sitting back thinking like I want to write one of these. I want to suggest. Is there a suggestion box? A number I can call to.
So yeah, you would think they would think that when they're writing it, like this has been done a million times.
And it's mainly those three scenarios. Just don't trip. Uh, Let the car start up the first time, and let them get out of the driveway, grab their keys in one rush, and then the monster jumps in the back of the truck or something.
Yeah, 'cause they always run to the car in the parking garage, and it's the only car in there, and they drop the keys when they get to the door. Oh, every time.
Yeah.
And they get in the car, which ran fine all day long, and they get in that, suddenly it won't start. Like, really?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for that movie. Um, that's what was brilliant though about what the Wayans brothers did with a scary movie. 20 something years ago now. Um, what was the parodies of all the movies that came, in the
Oh
90s
yeah.
and the 80s. Um, that's still just a classic. I mean, that comes on all the time. Um, have you ever done any? You said not comedies, but have you done any parody work or anything of that
I
nature? Spoof anything?
um, actually I did a short comedy. Other than that, no spoofs or anything like that. It's all been serious crime. Uh, I did a few of those crime reenactment shows. Uh, Discovery ID, I think it was, yeah, where they reenact a crime. And I've never done any parodies, comedies, or well, I did a short film. It was a comedy. Actually, it was like for a 48-hour film festival here in Seattle one year. We did a comedy. It was pretty fun. I got a lot of praise for that.
Okay.
So
I
I don't think it's out there anywhere. I don't know what happened to it. It was
actually I pulled up your
called.
website. Oh, so what was that?
I think it was called Cornhole.
Okay. I got your website here pulled up. Is this correct? DaveShecter.com?
That's the one.
All
Oh,
right. I'll
I need to update that. Oh, who's that guy?
yeah, spiffy looking gentleman. I'm actually and if you don't mind, I'm gonna if I can use one of these pictures for the thumbnail in
Yeah, yeah,
post production.
of course.
Um but you got looks like a nice website. You got all your information here. This is some of your damn, you got a hell of a resume here.
Oh, it's.
Devil's Night,
I definitely need to update it.
Night of the Tommy Knockers. Okay.
That's a good one. That one's out on Amazon if you want to check that one out. That one's a western, but it's got a little bit of horror involved with it.
Wow. Okay. Now, you said you have your own production company currently, or you?
Yeah, we're just getting there underway here. Me and my buddy who's down in L.A. tonight because it was the premiere tonight for Bermuda Island.
Okay.
They're doing the red carpet thing for that, which releases on the 23rd to all streaming platforms.
Oh wow. Tonight.
Yeah, they're doing the red carpet. I couldn't make it though, but
Oh, wow.
Bermuda Island. Yeah, I played a pilot in that. That was fun.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see.
television. Got some music videos as well, huh?
Yeah, I write music. I write songs, and I like
Oh,
to shoot. Those are all the music videos that I've shot. They're on this website here too. So if you ever want to check them out in your spare time, you may do so. It's in the reels section there.
okay.
You
Absolutely.
Then yeah, this Tommy Knockers. I was the bartender there. That's a music video there. That's these are just clips of kind of like monologues that I do. These are movie clips, reels,
Okay. Is
things
there?
like.
Can we play one by chance? Is that okay?
Sure, whatever you want.
Is there is there one particularly, whether a music video or a reel that you like?
Let's go back up there. Let's see what's. Uh, uh, keep going. I don't really know. That's an easy. Yeah, Tom. I guess you just have to pick one because go back down.
All
Nah.
right, we'll go with this one here. I like the background. I like the blue. Is this a
Oh, that's just a little clip of
okay?
a short film I did.
I don't I don't know if the hopefully the audio plays. YouTube's been weird playing videos on the live. I don't know. There might be some copyright stuff, but um,
I
hopefully, can you hear that on your end?
think so. Oh yeah. Yeah. That you have to kind of watch the whole film to understand that one.
All right. Is there?
Uh,
Is this a music video? You said, or,
that is a music video. Yeah.
and you write your own music and play instruments as well?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. I,
Guitar,
I don't
piano,
even.
a little bit of piano.
I forgot to put my guitar in the back. I usually have a damn
Oh
guitar
yeah.
hanging in the back. I don't play much, but I've been picking away. Uh, my pops before he passed, he always said, son, he used to play music. Always used to try to get me to play guitar, but he always said, son, if you never want to spend a night alone, he's like, learn to play you some guitar, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There you go.
So
Always have guitar around.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
so we'll play this one here. Are you picking up the audio on your end?
no, I'm not. I can't hear anything, but
Oh,
I
okay.
know, I know the song.
Okay. Well, if you can't hear, then damn, they can't hear either. I don't know why YouTube's doing this. I don't know if every time I try to share my screen and play audio, it doesn't come
Doesn't
through.
do it, really? Hmm.
Yeah, so I won't be able to play. That's all right. But on the back end, because what I do, even though this is a live recording, um, and a lot of people don't sit and watch the live form, I'll go through and make clips of the live video, and I'll make sure to add some of your stuff in here, and put your
That'd be great. Yeah.
put all your links in the description and whatnot. So, you know,
Cool. Appreciate that.
yeah,
That'd be cool. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I try to, do as much promoting as I can to my little crowd, but I also want the guests to and thank you for your time. By the way, I didn't
Certainly.
thank you for your time, but I always thank the guests because on this journey that I'm doing, I understand. Time is money, and so it means a lot to me that people come on and believe in the platform that I have going on, and it makes me feel good that I can show the love back in
That's
any way,
great.
any way I
Yeah.
can.
Not a problem. Hey, you take the time. I admire that. I'll take the time to sit down and talk with you.
Absolutely. How many you know roughly like podcasts and everything would you say you do a year?
Oh, I just this just as a new venture for me,
Okay.
podcast. Um, Stephen Joyner.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I just met him back in December,
Okay.
and he started hooking me up with these podcasts. So
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
done, I've done just a handful now, six, seven, eight. So it's a new thing, and just
Okay.
I wanted to hire a publicist to help me uh, market me, get me out there. I know when you're not a name, and nobody knows you, it's kind of hard for people to watch you and listen to you and things like that because they don't know you. So I had figured I need to do something, they can maybe a publicist can help me get my stuff out there and spread the word, maybe get me in contact with some people, and he's been doing that. So
Yeah. I've been,
hopefully,
I've been
uh,
working with Steve. Not
go
not too
ahead.
much. Not too much long after you. I think I hired him like October, November ish, with the
Yeah,
same thing in mind. And it's been great for me because the show I was being consistent regardless. This was something I'm gonna continue to do. But then when I found out about this network and having a publicist, and I was like, okay, now it's opening my mind to so many more people and
yeah,
giving me the ability to just be that much more creative, So,
yeah, definitely.
and I'm glad to be one of your first, man. I'm really trying to go hard on the algorithm and the SEOs and the way I put the hashtags and stuff. So in the future, when they type in Dave Shecter, man, I want Harris is drinking again to be one of the first ones to come up on YouTube,
There you go.
man.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
both rise to the top together.
hey, absolutely, man. And I'm gonna extend the olive branch down to the next man, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
so what do you for 2023, what's your some of the projects though that I know you covered some in the beginning, but is there after the Bermuda Triangle release comes about, what's next, for you and your world?
Well, like I said earlier, I'm going to be in LA next weekend for a film called, uh, it's for Alien Storm. It's a alien sci-fi feature film from Mahal Productions. I've worked with Mahals quite a bit. I think this is be my ninth or tenth film with the Mahals. They're out of Las Vegas. Um, I'm going down for that. Going to work with Kevin Sorbo, who was you may know as Hercules. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then the week after that, I'll be down doing a film called "Bring Me a Skin for Dancing In." It's a horror film uh, from Chris Sanders, who resides in England and does some of his film shooting over here in LA. So I'm fortunate enough to get a part with him. The rest of 23, I'm gonna try and do as much as I can. Uh, I'm working on like I said, um, our production company here in the Northwest. It's called Day Night Pictures. We shot two short films already, and they're currently doing the festival circuits, doing pretty well, winning some awards. And we just finished a script, which is around here somewhere, for our feature film. And we start shooting that in March, I think, here in the Pacific Northwest. So we are really excited about that. We hope that it changes the way films are made and the content of films. We're going to try and do it a little different. So we want to be a name for the Pacific Northwest because I don't know if you're aware, but a lot of Seattle gets overlooked a lot when it comes to filmmaking. They either go to north to Vancouver or they stop in Portland and shoot films. But Seattle, they're having issues with taxes and things. I guess I don't know, but we hope to change that in any little way we can by being a production company that people want to work with here in the Northwest. Um, Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna keep writing my songs and putting them out there. And
Do you have are some of your are your songs on all the streaming platforms on YouTube? You have where can they find those
they're
at?
on YouTube. If you type in my name on YouTube, Dave Shecter, I think they'll pop up there. But other than that, no. I've tried to put them on. They may be on, what is it, Spotify or something, but nobody knows me, so no one's gonna listen to it. There's no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it just doesn't happen.
I used to rap myself, and I have a couple projects on Spotify. One of them's I put out 2010. I put out another one last year, but I'm at this point in my life. It was a lot of older songs. I have no, I don't want to say business because a lot of old people are rapping, but I have no desire to be the rap moniker these days, the where the industry's going as far as that. So I'm the same.
Yeah.
I sent somebody my link the other day. I did another podcast, and when I sent the link, it said, Harry Too Scary, 0 monthly listeners, and I had to send back a laughing emoji at myself, but it's
I'm
you know
in the same boat, man. I got I don't get many views on YouTube, so and I don't know how people do it, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Just keep trying, I guess.
no, it's just a networking and just letting the word out. I mean, little by little, there's I'm trying to build my platform up to where we've had a couple viewers in and out. Some nights, I've been doing this a year. The most people I had on at once was 12 people, and we had a couple other podcasters on, and they were sharing it to everybody. And to see that engagement, I was like, "Holy fucking!" I
Pretty
was
exciting.
it was exciting, and I was able to get a couple of the viewers to subscribe to their channel, like live on the air. So I like to build it up to that point to where the conversation's great, everything's great, but I want people to come here and leave with some subscribers, or come here to sell a book or sell your movie, and one of the listeners will buy it live on air.
Right
That's
on. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
I would love that sort of engagement. You were talking a little bit about film festival. I'm from Nevada, but I'm currently in Salt Lake City, Utah. Are you familiar with the Sundance Film Festival in Park City? You ever
Yeah, I've heard of Sundance.
have you ever been to it? It actually starts today in
Oh yeah. Wow.
here in Salt
I
Lake.
have, I have not been to it. No.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. It starts today. It's one of the biggest things that Salt Lake City has going on every year. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know if, um, how do the film festivals work? Like, is it so like the Sundance, and then um, I assume like, are they independently owned to where you have to submit your film into
Yes.
a specific festival? Kind of.
Yes. You
Okay.
do. You go down the list. Film Freeway is the website. Most of them are on. You just kind
Oh,
of scroll down and basically pick a film festival. You pay an admission fee, and
okay.
and and then hopefully you win something. It's just I don't know how it works exactly. Other than what I hear and read, I haven't been to any of these film festivals where I've been a judge or anything like that. But supposedly a group of people watch every film they get and then judge it and vote on it whether or not to include it in the festival.
Okay.
So, and then when they have their festival, or hopefully they voted yours in, and you'll get an email that says, "Congratulations, your film has been selected for the festival or not." So you either wasted your money, or you might win something, a trophy or a
Right.
recognition or something. Yeah,
Yeah. Just a piece of recognition. It's all.
yeah.
It's all
It's a way to get. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. It's a way to get some recognition, and in order to promote another film, like, which is what we're trying to do here. We made two short films. We entered them in festivals, and the awards that we won, we're attaching them to our feature film to get to, to draw in crowds. Hopefully, get eyes on it. People say, "Oh, these guys are winning awards. Let's check out their feature films." You know what I mean?
yeah. How would like how's the new motto? I know, say back in the day, whatever that was, 20 years ago or so. If I want to be an actor today, am I still going? Taking my headshot, sending in like a portfolio of myself, via mail to these big companies, to discover me? What's kind of the general process if someone wants to even be like an extra or something, let
You
alone
know,
a star?
hmm. It is a funny business because, like you say, there's nowhere to fill out an application to be an actor and to
Mm,
get hired. Um, there are companies you can join, like for extra background people, and you go. Uh, Nowadays, it's mostly um, casting networks, casting frontiers, things like that. New York casting networks and different types of websites like that who will put auditions on their websites. So you can find an audition that you might want to, a film that you may want to audition for, and then you would submit your headshot and maybe a reel or something that they want to see, whether it be a still photos or a small monologue that you might have to do on in film and send it in.
okay.
So yeah, that's what how it is nowadays. Most of it's I haven't been doing a live audition in quite a while. It's mostly uh, online. You do a monologue, or they'll send you a couple of lines from the script and have you film yourself doing that, and then send it back, and
Oh.
hopefully you'll get the part.
I have this crazy fantasy. It could be a reality, but through the podcast and interviewing actors like yourself, uh, I'm hoping that just my profile alone, and I'm about 6'2", 225, give or take, light skinned guy. I'm just hoping somebody will come across the podcast and be like, "Hey, that guy's gonna look good in this," and just I'm gonna wake up with the email the next morning that says, "Hey,
Yeah,
be here by such and such. We seen you on the show last night." So who knows if that'll.
it could happen. It has happened, but
Yeah. And if you are ever looking for an extra, I will find my way to wherever you are. That's how dedicated I am. If you do need, just a guy to, you know,
oh yeah,
look mean or whatever it is. No, when you said
okay,
when you said it in the beginning, you were so excited to get your first role, and there was no payment with it. I just resonate with that because similar to doing this podcast for over a year now, with I'm in the red just with the equipment, the
yeah,
monthly fees. I'm not getting any donations or anything, but I'm doing it for the love. And so, but going forward, that's kind of my mentality is, if you're passionate about something or something you want to do, you put yourself out there, you find your way there, and then whatever happens through there. But I'm
so
definitely trying to
right.
make myself available. in all situations.
Yeah, I know. I'm exactly in the same boat. It's just waiting. Just
Yeah,
keep pushing forward and hope for the best. That's all we can do.
yeah,
Like you said, hopefully I wake up one morning and I get an email that says, "Hey, we'd like to have you on this production." Or,
yeah,
I'd do the same thing. I've been to New York. I did a film in New York many times, down to Vegas and LA, of course, Texas, and most of it was out of my pocket because I'm like I said, I'm building myself up. It's a chance to be in a film and meet people and talk and network, and I don't mind doing that.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that. You got to make the effort. Sometimes it costs you money, but that's me.
Yeah, and I think that's what separates most people from doing really anything. It's if there's money added to it, people like we can go to work for our jobs and things of this nature. But when it comes to our dreams or ideas, sometimes we put those on the back burner
Yeah,
because of the money, and I mean, me and my co-host talk about that a lot. It's that mentality never works. There's always that. Oh, when I get the money, if I were to sit around any longer before I bought the equipment and stuff that I needed, you know, I might be starting this podcast, this year instead of last year. And so,
that's exactly right. That's a good point. I had an acting teacher tell me once when I was starting out. Uh, I was in an acting class, and this guy said, because most of the people in there were new, and he said, when you're starting out, you do a few films. You can do a few films for free on your own, just to get your foot in the door and to get some uh, some names on your resume there to get it started. But after that, you should never work unless you're paid. And I'm like, I just don't. I didn't agree with that
never, never.
because if I did that, my resume wouldn't look like it does. I mean, I don't make a lot of money, and I can't sit around and wait for someone to offer me money.
Yeah,
And enough money to live on and to be in their film, and it's not going to happen, at least not right now. Maybe in the future, hopefully. So I do things on my own. I don't have a problem with it. I'll fly out to wherever I need to go to be in a film if I can get the time off work, if I can afford it, and no one wants to pay my wages. Well, then I'll do it myself because I want to learn the trade. I want to meet people, and I love doing it.
wow. Yeah, that's powerful, man, right there. You heard it from the man himself.
That's just me, though.
Shecter. um, usually, my co-host Harry's drinking again. We have two questions that we ask the guests before we leave. I'll ask his. Simply, did you have a good time tonight on the Harris is Drinking Again virtual pubcast?
I had a great time, and I look forward to doing it again.
Salute. I would definitely love to have you on. The first time you're a guest, second time you're family, motherfucker. So
Right
come
on.
on. You just help yourself to the liquor cabinet. I got all the fine. Well, you don't drink anymore, but I got ginger ale. We got cranberry, all that. Red Bull, whatever you want.
Right on. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Is there anything? you want to plug before you get out of here? We covered your website, DaveShecter.com, your
Yes, thank you.
YouTube, Dave. That's probably the main one I'm going to plug. That's something I'm trying to get is, once YouTube gets tired of me, I need to have my own website,
Mhm.
to go to. So that right there is amazing, just in itself.
I think, uh, and some people have agreed with me about my website nowadays, and more so in the future, people are going to be using websites uh, as business cards, right?
Yeah.
You want to back in the day, like you said, people would say, "Send me a headshot, send me a clip of something you've done." Well, I send them my link to my website, and it's got everything on there.
Right.
It's got all kinds of stuff, and I think that's the way to go, and I think that's the way the industry is going to be going,
Yeah.
and I think it's already going that way. So
Yeah. And just a level of professionalism, to instead of, oh, here's my YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, it's cool, bro. But, here's my website, and then,
right, that even sounds better, huh?
yeah, and just go to my website. And then you don't have to worry about the cancel culture saying something offensive. I say a lot of offensive stuff on here.
Yeah,
And so I know there's going to come that time, probably they'll probably wait till I get close to the 1K, go to review my channel for monetization. Oh, you said this. Oh shit. Then I'm screwed.
yeah.
All that work goes down the drain.
Now you're always going to have those people, right?
Yeah. All right. So oh, and you're up there in the Northwest. Do you are you a rain man? Because I'm an overcast. I used to live in Seattle 10 something years ago, but
Oh,
I love the rain and the overcast. How does the weather up there affect your mood, or does it at all?
yes, I can say it does. It does drizzle a lot up here. And when the sun comes out, it changes my attitude. I'm
Yeah.
happy. I love it when it's sunny and cold.
Like sun. Yeah, I'm a weird.
I don't like the heat though. Down there in the south. In the south, when I go down to Vegas or LA in the summer, and LA not too bad, but man, when I was filming in Las Vegas, whew, I
Yeah,
can't. I don't think I could live there. It's too hot.
yeah. That's where I was born, raised half my life. But I love overcast. Like I don't think it's natural to have 300 days of sun. That shit is just. I kind of wake up in a bad mood after like 30 days of that stuff. Being up
Yeah.
the Northwest, I was in Zen mode 24/7. I was just like, just something.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember I was marking my calendar, and it was like I went up there in December. Literally didn't see the sun until March, like the first sunny day.
Oh yeah.
And I remember going out, and there was like a vibration. I mean, I had not seen skin on women. All the women are covered up, and
Right.
I'm riding the bus. I'm down at Pike Place Market, and I'm just, it's reminding me of Vegas. I'm like, oh, there's legs, there's breasts, there's toes, there's all this
Yeah.
crowd. The birds are chirping.
Yeah, we bundle up here. You don't see a lot of skin.
So I was like, oh man, that was cool, man. Before you do go, can I get a Harris is Drinking Again drop from you? This is Dave Shecter. You're listening to the Harris is Drinking Again podcast, whatever form or fashion you want to do it in.
Yeah.
I'm going to add that on the clip and make sure that's in there. I'm gathering drops from everybody, and I'm going to do a whole collage eventually.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh. Hey, this is Dave Shecter, and you're listening to Harris is Drinking Again podcast.
Bam. All right, man. That was epic. Hey, I appreciate your time. Thanks for doing this. I definitely bring you back on when my co-host is here, because we bring a different dynamic, the two of us together.
Sure.
But I like the I'm getting my feel down to to do the. If I got a one man it, I got a one man it. But when I got my right hand man here, he comes from the top. I come from underneath, and we blend everything nice, blend everything together real nice. So if you enjoyed your time with just myself, definitely we'll have you back on another one. We'll do it again, man.
That'd be fun. Let's do it.
All right. Go
Look
check
forward.
out DaveShecter.com
Right on.
to find more out about this man. And we'll let you go and have a good rest of your night.
You too, buddy. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. Until next time, good luck. God bless, man. And keep on rocking out.
Thank you.
All right. Man, Dave Shecter in the house, everybody. Harry's drinking again. Pubcast. So I think for now, that might conclude. We'll see what's up. This is the 52nd week in a row. This is the 1 year anniversary of the live streams. Thank you to anybody who's listened, paid attention, done anything with us this last year. It's been a hell of a journey. Let me go ahead and throw up the episode. Let's see, 1 year anniversary on the screen. Ray could possibly come in at 30. I don't even want to do any more tonight. I just, before I went live, I did an interview with Gianni Russo. There's Brother Ray right now. I'm over here looking like Tyrone Biggums with my dry ass lips. Brother Rayski. Yeah, I'm getting ready to end it. Are you ready to go? All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to send you the link. All right, give me 1 second. We're going to send you the link. Hey, episode 52, Brother Ray's going to come on. We can't just stop it right away. We can't just stop it right away. Let's keep this rolling. You know what? Episode 52, we're going to come back on, do another 30 minutes, maybe an hour. You know how we do. Let's get Brother Ray up in the building. All right, check your email. Let's go. I should have done a bigger show for the episode 52, but I've been so busy over here behind the scenes. Like I said, we had Gianni Russo, and we did finally got the Tommy Chong interview. I'm actually hoping to get the Tommy clip out possibly tonight, definitely tomorrow night. And then I'm going to go back and work on the interview itself. So that's coming. We have been doing a lot of work. All right, Ray, check your email now. Check your email now, brother. All right, Brother Ray will be on in the bill here in a minute. And let's round this out. We'll go 2 hours tonight. Episode 52. I'm gonna have to go refill my drink. God damn. Water on deck. All right, link sent. You coming on now? All right. We'll refill the ice in a minute. What was I saying? Gianni Russo. Oh, great interview. This man dropped fucking gems galore. That's going to be another crazy clip. So I'm a couple of weeks backed out on the editing. Got the Larry Hankin clip coming. We got a bunch of stuff over here on the back end. Oh, it's fucking exciting. I really can't wait for for everybody to see the Tommy Chong and the Gianni Russo interview. Also, please, 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 we need more comments. We need a little bit more engagement. And this year I haven't been doing a good job of it, but I need to be even more engaging with the people that do watch. So email me at hidapodcast.com. What do you want to see from the show? What type of content would you enjoy to see? You got the black screen, Brother Ray. Black screen, black screen. Let's kick him out one more time. It'll work on the second time. But who are some people that you want to interview? I got a publicist now. Shout out Steve. This man can move mountains. We're talking with some pretty big names. But I want to get from the people what we can work on. What do you want to see from us? What other kind of content? I have plenty of ideas. And excuse me. So that's something we're going to be working on here. There we go.
Yes. Oh, you didn't even do Oh, I'm not done yet. Intro. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I just brought you on. You're right. I'm slipping too. All right. I'll get the intro in a minute. All right, but no, we want to hear from you, and like, subscribe the video as you come in and watch. Even if you drop the middle finger emoji, you drop a clown face, whatever it is, man. Talk some shit to us, but really let us know what you want to see. This isn't just for me and Ray. I feel sometimes, possibly because maybe some of the viewers think that it's a very Harris is drinking again. It's me. It's really not about me. Hell, my co-hosts really talk more than me in certain roles and everything. I'm just a guy who naturally quiet guy, but when I come on the podcast, I transform into something else, and I get in my entertainment mode. But I want to make this a channel that the viewers feel welcome in watching, critiquing, commenting, and I'm here to provide. I'm a content creator, new media. So give the people what they want. That was a Jalen Rose stunt. So without further ado, the 52nd live show in a row, Brother Ray G. Smoking his weed, his ginger tea. How lit can we be? 52nd show. Drink. I was about to spit something, but let me calm down here. What's up, Brother Ray? What is up, Brother Ray?
What is good?
Oh, just in the nick of time, I just finished up with the guest of the night, Dave Shecter. And I was gonna end it. Not gonna do too long. No, let's give him a 35-minute show, a little 2-hour show, so I can go get some editing on the back end. But thank you, my brother, for joining me. Couldn't miss it. I knew you couldn't miss it.
Are you kidding me?
1-year anniversary show. Hey, we've been here every Thursday night for the last 52 weeks. This was my goal. I said this on the original podcast. I said, bro, once we start this, we gotta show some consistency. Then we can make a decision after the first year. Brother Ray G got baby lungs, guys. Forgive him over there. He's puffing some of that Reno good, fresh out the motherfucking dispensary.
Shout out to J Dispensary on Virginia, here in Reno, Nevada, yo.
And I forgot what I was goddamn saying.
Man, you know what? It don't really matter because you know what? It's all about what you're feeling, brother. It's not about what you say. What you're feeling, brother. We feeling it. We feeling it on the 1 year.
One year, bro.
Feeling it?
1 year, man. 1 year anniversary show. Let me put this up on the screen. Maybe we could do a quick. Not even. We already did the fucking recap, but just to, since we made it here, because I said this on the podcast, I want to do 52 weeks in a row. Show my consistency. We've done it with from one subscriber to now 204. Please hit that like, subscribe. We got to get 205.
204.
And I just we had Tommy Chong. That's in the back. So I can talk about it. It's in my computer right now. It's being edited. And then I did Gianni Russo
Right.
today. So we had a couple of big hitters to cap off our first year. Dave Schecter's a big hitter too, man. This guy was a cool guy. He got a legit ass website, a hell of a resume. And
How did that interview go? Because I missed it. I was in Bible study.
it was good, man. It was great. He broke down a lot of the movie industry and gave a
For real.
perspective of what it's like to. He still has a job, but he gave a perspective of. I brought up, is it a common misconception that the general public has? Just because you're on IMDb and you've been in 50 movies doesn't necessarily correlate to you're paid. Doesn't necessarily correlate to. But we think we see with our eyes. Oh, you've got this. So it was a good transparent conversation.
Really? Yeah. What did you get out of it though? What was your takeaway from all of that stuff? Because
I mean, too early now to tell, but just the how seeing is not always believing in the industry. Sometimes you got to believe that it's the believing to even be able to see, and we had a good dialogue about that.
do you think there can be another kind of industry, though similar to the old one, that can be rebuilt, but a better one, where you can rebuild it from the ground up to where you can pick and choose and really, like I'm gonna use an example. Like I've been looking at and not because I'm from there, it has nothing to do with that. I'm past that. I'm past about the territory location. Well, I live in so many places, man. Everywhere is a home to me. But the 49ers and the Golden State Warriors management program of how they manage their players, it's amazing to me. That is what fascinates me today. I was amazed when Belichick was winning all those Super Bowls with Tom Brady. And that's what I love to watch the sports. Not so much because, they're my team, they're from there, and then you get down to the nitty gritty. They can't even talk about the behavior of the team.
Yeah, I asked Dave about he does a couple horror films and stuff, and I did ask him. I said, "Man, so one thing about the horror movies that turn me off. I'm more of a suspense thriller guy.
Yeah, me too.
Brought up Annabelle, The Conjuring, but I said, is there a way to? I said, all these brilliant minds in the industry, all these writers, and all these millions of dollars budget. I said, what the fuck is going on? That since the beginning of time, is there a way to reprocess in a horror movie? The bitch is always going to trip.
Mm-hmm.
They're always going to fumble with their keys.
Yeah.
And the car is never going to start the first time. And usually the fucking keys fall from the visor. And they always go to where they're not supposed to. Oh, the bitch walking down the hallway in the dark. Like,
yeah.
And he didn't really think so. he's like, I don't know, man. There's like a formula that Hollywood just does. I'm like, why is that? They're so predictable already.
Because you know what? Because people, I mean, you should know this. Like, your audience. I realized, okay, now with my little experience in the whole entertainment realm, okay, and my only experience was I compete in dance competition. And I won some contests, or I came real close to winning to some of them. But it's just, but in terms of that, it's kind of like the shoot, man. I lost my train of thought. What were you talking about again?
Horror movies and
Oh, horror movie, yeah, horror movies. Like in horror movies, okay. Thank you. In horror movies, when I start seeing the gore or when I see the monster, I'm turned off, dude. I'm turned off, man. It's like a horror movie should like try to fuck with your mind, you know what I mean? It's your mind, you know. It's like let your imagination do the like Exorcist to me. Yeah, they showed all of this of them, the Blair and everything, and mind you, they did a very good job. But it wasn't that captivated me, which I think the most scariest horror film ever was to me Exorcist. What about you? What's the most scariest your top three scary movies?
if I could even recall some of the names of scariest. I brought up Annabelle. So there was, I don't know a lot of the names, but there was one with the little girl. It was like a not Exorcist, but it was like a possessed little girl. I'm horrible with scary movies.
Like was she a little girl, but she was really an adult? Which one is that? Was that the one?
Maybe was it called Lucy, or
Wait.
Lucy or Annabelle? It was like a she was had possessed kind of. She could see this spirit. There's a spirit in the house.
Oh, that was scary to you. Well, I gotta check it out. I've never heard of it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Nothing's really scary,
Right.
Because they're so, even those movies are so predictable that I don't sit with the mind, because for me, I brush off a horror movie off the bat. I'm like, it's not going to be scary.
What horror movie did you watch to where like you couldn't sleep for a couple of nights or something like that, unless you were with someone that really like shocked you?
I mean, it's gonna sound stupid, but I mean, when I was a kid, bro, watching Child's Play as a fucking kid scared the shit out of me, and
yeah, what a wuss.
and the Leprechaun.
Yeah, no, I forgot because you're the only child. Yeah, I can understand that because you're the only child. Yeah.
And
I couldn't understand because I had an older sister, and even though she was older, yeah, she was still older than me. So I understand that.
I'd be
Yeah,
watching the Leprechaun out in Oasis, and it's like pitch
the
black.
Leprechaun was scary.
It's pitch black, and
See,
and and it was that little grimace and the
yeah. We had that movie in our video store, man. U.S. Video, shout out in Vallejo, California, Admiral Callahan. Mm-hmm.
I used to
had
like that movie though.
Yep.
But other than that, let me see. It's hard to say it's scary, but I watched like the Hills Have Eyes. That was shot out in
The Hills of that was the guy that had a head like a cone, that's shaped like a cone. He got these bug eyes. Yeah, that was scary.
That was shot out in Nevada. A lot of movies were, but so I watched that. Annabelle. I think that was the name.
Yeah.
Dave.
I talk about The Hills Have Eyes, man. Can you imagine? I mean, no pun intended or nothing like that, But the dude that played in that role, that is his real face, dog. Yeah. That's really him. Like, there's no makeup in that shit.
And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that was disturbing.
And that's the thing. It's not scary. That shit was really just like anything for me. I don't like watching rape scenes.
Clockwork Orange.
And I don't like watching like anything to do with like, even those there was a show on, I don't even know what it was. I was watching like Monday Night Football a couple years ago, and my girl was watching some movie or whatever it came on, and it was on Fox.
Right.
And it was the image of the stepfather walking up the stairs, and the stepdaughter's laying in the bed or whatever, and it just shows him like she's laying there, and it shows him going in, and he closed the door, and then like through the crack of the door, it shows like his you hear his belt buckle, and then his pants drop, and you just see his pants, and even that image, that thought of this sick motherfucker going in there to molest this little girl, I was like, I on Fox. I don't even want to. I don't want to.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't like to. So anything like that with those, or if I hear screaming, or like a woman yelling and pleading for fucking her life while she's getting raped on camera, bro. I can't watch that shit.
Yeah, I don't like rape scenes, dude. It gets on my manly defensive side, man.
Yeah, and even and this goes for the fucking those prison rape scenes too. You know that they have
Yeah,
like
because as men, we protect women and children, bro. That's our job.
yeah. So those kind of movies, and then when the kids get kidnapped and like thrown in a box,
I don't like that either.
you know.
Anything that got to do with kids and harming kids and all that stuff, as a man, we get into our fatherly mode, so children is very,
Yeah.
very sensitive, man. Yeah, I agree.
So like the Chainsaw Massacre was disturbing. All those were the saws were pretty cool.
I never saw the Saw. Like, I never really watched it, man. Because after a while, I guess, owning a video store, after you figure, like you said in the beginning, like, you kind of have your, okay, these scenes, you always got the woman, something naked's got to show. And then you got to show some gore.
If, if they could literally, if you could even think of a movie where they, the keys aren't going to be on top of the visor, and if you can name a movie where the car starts the first fucking time, not every car, and it's like, really, we're doing this again. This film, 2023, the car won't.
And that's what's so scary, because you know what, those kind of stuff, like, that's why I guess documentaries and all these kind of like criminal documentaries are so popular today, because that's today's horror film. If you think about it, it's like the real stuff. Now they're showing the real stuff edited into like a film like process. But real, like, they videotape this live, whatever, and then they edit it to where it's like it tells a story, and it's like, it's yeah. Damn, I got lost again, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just talked about that, and it was good, man. But other than that, it was a good productive week over here at Harris's drinking again.
52nd episode, and I am stoned as fuck. And you know what? But that's okay, though, because we had who today? Who did we have? Yesterday? Not today, I'm sorry. Yesterday? Well, any day, they don't really matter, because it's,
Yeah,
it's not a stream version, so.
I'm gonna be working on I'm gonna get a little small clip. Like I said, I'm gonna take my time with the Tommy though, man. I'm gonna get a couple teaser clips out.
Then why don't we do a little, maybe 10 minutes of like post interview what do you say, assessment or something like that of our conversation with Mr. Tommy Chong. Let's talk about that. At first, your perspective, Harris. I would like to know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. You want to do that? I mean, I don't know. I guess so. I'm not.
If you're not, I got something to say. Up to you.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not all.
Okay. No. Okay. I thought I'd give you the respect, because we had Tommy Chong, and
Yeah.
so if you don't mind, I'll chime in.
Yeah. Let the people know how you felt.
Okay. First and foremost, what got me is how his faith is so strong. And I was thinking about that today, all day today. In fact, I'm going, okay, here it is. I'm talking to a man who's lived a life that basically he lived it all. And he wasn't too much, but he's enough to where it's like people know who he is. And they don't think of Tommy Chong as bad. And then knowing Tommy Chong at his age, because he's lived that life and then some, more than you and I can even talk about, but yet he had a career. And yeah, he had his ups and downs, but you know what? He tried it all. And as old as man, he was so graceful to speak to Tommy Chong, man. Like, yeah, we got down on the Chinese history. We got down, I mean, it's like his half Scottish Irish. My wife's got, Scottish, Irish. It's just crazy. It's just the connection. But overall, as a person, oh man, you gotta see, man. Tommy Chong fired up with us. Well, not with me.
That's gonna be the first teaser clip. Be on the lookout for that. Possibly tomorrow night. We'll see what's up. Me,
He showed us a product that he is currently selling right now.
yeah, me and Tommy Chong smoking virtual smoke
You
out.
and Tommy Chong chieftain together.
Hey, that goes down. In my personal, been blowing bud since I was 11.
And I was there to witness it.
That goes down in my.
Unfortunately, I wasn't, but it's okay though. I didn't have, but now you know. But anyways,
When,
it was wonderful.
yeah, when they do see the clip, I might mute out the part because I was hoping Ray would give us a more of a moment of silence, and you asked him about Reno or whatever, but I was like, oh, because there was this part where we both took the hit, and we were supposed to do that, smokers in hell, and the silence is supposed to take over. So I might mute out the.
Actually, you know what? I think all of that stuff. I think he's gonna do a second interview with us, man. He has to.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're friends with him now. It's approved, man. He dropped. He did a drop, y'all. Oh my gosh, Tommy Chong did a drop. It was so fly. And I was getting my haircut at this, shout out to you, Molly, at the Redkin Hair Institute. But anyways,
Yeah, man. And me and Gianni had a good rapport today too, man. I was highly surprised. And Gianni will be back on as well for a second round. And
oh wait, you and Johnny?
yeah,
Oh, how did that go? I forgot about that.
that one was good.
So he did come through. Okay, so what you guys talk? Ooh, what you guys talk about?
I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a YouTuber clickbaiter.
Mm-hmm.
No shade to the legend Stoner, but Gianni's over here, bro. I got some stories on this channel. I don't know. He has a lot of interviews, but he gave me a couple gems that he said he never said nowhere else.
Really?
I mean, and I'm gonna just tell you some of the names that he's dropping. Of course, the Marilyn Monroe. We're talking about Frank Costello. We're talking about Myers Lansky. We're talking about Saddam Hussein. We're talking about Pope John Paul. We're talking about John F. Kennedy. Harvey.
Oh my goodness.
Frank Sinatra. Dionne Warwick. What was Dionne? What was her name?
Dionne Warwick, the singer.
Yep. So this man, he was giving me the rundown.
Oh man.
And promoting his stuff, and we had a good connection. But he's gonna come back on,
Oh, he is. Okay.
and possibly he's very well. He's a liquor connoisseur, so
Really?
I'm gonna talk to him on the back end about some deals.
Say that again. Say that again.
I'm gonna have a meeting with Gianni about some deals, huh?
Okay, I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Okay.
So that's gonna be amazing. I'm just waiting to see how I'm gonna position the clips, because Tommy dropped the gems. So Tommy like the wisdom. Gianni's coming with and he's hitting them. And you know how we were discussing?
Mm.
We were discussing like a lot of the stuff he's saying. His lawyer and everybody was telling him like, bro, the U.S. statute of limits 7 years. Some of the shit you're saying, the statute of limits, like in Italy, goes back 30 years. So like, we had that conversation as well.
Right.
But it's just going to be like hits after hits, bro. We talked about PBD, and
Right.
he loves that dude too. And we talked about some of that stuff, bro. It was a great.
I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait to see that conversation, bro.
Talked about his polio, and then the greatest thing ever. And I'm not going to reveal the answer.
Right.
And you know, when you're not with me, I always ask, did they have a good time? I always fill in for you. But the very last question that I asked Gianni Russo, God damn, hold on, I need the drum roll. Hold on, I need a drum roll. I need the drum
Do I
roll.
need to fire up for this? Do I need to?
Yeah,
Okay. Fine.
oh, that's not a drum roll. God damn it. Where's my drum roll? I need a drum roll.
I'm
Okay.
having a good time, brother.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Harris is drinking again.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna get a drum roll. Give me 1 second, guys. If you want to know the question of all questions that we from a man that has slept with all the best women in the industry, I had to ask him.
I bet you he was a gigolo, that dude. A gigolo. He must have, man, because he got that gigolo look.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And asked him, Johnny, were you a gigolo? Are you a gigolo? Oh,
I asked him, is Marilyn Monroe's pussy shaved or did it have a landing strip?
great question. Great question.
So, you know, stay tuned for the answer.
It's going to be a great clip.
I was like, man, what is that box like, bro? Like, what is that box like, that Maryland box?
Man, you know what? I heard she was loose. She was very easy, I heard. I
Yeah.
mean, as pretty as she was, they said she was AWOP. You know what that means?
All
Anything with a penis.
anything, yeah. Well, she was sleeping like with the Kennedys and
Yeah, man. She was into all of that stuff, man.
wasn't it is it Jackie Gleason and the kid, like they were sharing
I
it.
think everybody fucked her, man.
But not just that though. We can't be that sensitive, right? Because honestly, she could have very well been how a lot of girls are today.
Mhm.
She could have been an
Oh,
industry,
yeah.
well, no, like an industry sex slave, or you know, she could have been like mistreated, and back then, who knows? I mean, she could have been like the industry's whore, like puppet, like not in a way like, oh, she wants to do it. She could, you know, I've heard stories like, you know, she was abused and all sorts of shit. So,
Yeah, no, she had a very dark past.
you know, she might not have
Her
wanted.
mom was crazy and all that stuff. She basically, and what it was that she was just like, she wasn't bad. She wasn't bad. She wasn't a bad person. In fact, she was a very talented person. But I guess Marilyn Monroe just like having sex. Sex to her was good. I can respect that.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if that's her thing, that's her thing, And then she, unfortunately, she went down to where it's like, I don't know. A lot, do they say that she committed suicide, too much barbiturates, or they killed her? What's up?
I mean, they say both. You know, the official is she committed suicide, but then even if she did, why? What was taking place? I mean, I heard horrible things about what JFK was doing to her.
Well, I mean, okay, so during that, JFK's got a really bad back, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
we talked about that too. Yeah,
He got a really, really bad back to where I don't think he really can fuck anymore. You know what I'm saying? His back was so bad. I mean, have you ever tried fucking without putting your back into it?
Oh yeah, no, you got to get in that certain.
Yeah, you gotta get that certain wave back, and he's a white dude, so he doesn't have that natural wave. Like, man, I'm not trying to separate nobody. You and I can do that. Like, pap, that's the one to make the women come. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that wave. You know what I'm saying? Pap, pap. And because it comes from the under and it glides to the top and it rubs along the side to where it's the most sensitive for them. Absolutely, repetitively, you're for sure gonna come, girl. But if you got a bad back, that you ain't gonna be able to ride. And maybe his brother Robert was the one that got the good back. Pat, pat, pat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe was probably like giving JFK head because he can't fuck. And Robert Kennedy's over there on the back, just cat. You know what I'm saying?
Wild.
It's wild. Yup.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was good. I bet you that's good conversation, though.
It was good.
Which out of all the topic you guys talked about, was that the one that intrigued you the most, or is there maybe that any sub or whatever that you can talk about?
A lot of conversation. I mean, I just wanted to know that, but we talked about. I mean, the guy stole $86 million from 3 banks in 6 hours. Who does that with the help of the Shah and or who
The
some
Shah of Iran?
yeah, with the help of him and the military force or some crazy shit, bro.
Right. Wow. The
Uh,
Shah of Iran. Hey, man, the Shah of Iran, he was the one before Ayatollah Khomeini took over. The Shah was the man, dude. Iran with this. If you were to tell me what vacation spot I would go to, Iran is fucking beautiful, dude. And they got beautiful people
we
over
covered
there.
we covered that. We covered all the stories, man. Pablo Escobar, uh,
Wow.
him murking a dude in his nightclub, 1989. Everything,
Wow.
everything. I mean, polio, the children. He went into a little bit of his faith. I mean, everything. As much as we could, man. One short hour interview. He will be back, and
I would like to be in that one. At the same time, possibly because that worked for him, right? 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
it was like almost like
No. Actually, no. It was almost like five something.
yeah. But yeah, man. Anyway, but that'll be out. I don't want to give too much up, but amazing stuff. I'm up there with Vlad and PBD now. Harrison Drink It Again, Valuetainment, Gianni Russo. We're literally
What? Yeah, man. Who's next? Who do we want to have next?
man.
That
So
would,
so many, just name drop all day.
I wanna get in. Like get the. Like, I really enjoy the comedians, man. Comedians have so much personality. They have so much insight, and they're so good to speak with. They're so relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're so relaxed because if you're a comedian, man, you're standing up there on that microphone, like you're just basically ratting off, kind of like what we're doing right now, but in front of live people, and then making them laugh.
that was dope, man. But yeah. Other than that, man, shit, I'm ready to wrap it up and everything. I got some
Yeah, man, I was going 2 hours. Yeah.
editing to do. Next thing on the agenda, we got a gentleman, Ben Bartlett. I gotta do my research. Ben Bartlett next week, episode 053.
053. We passed 52, baby. 053.
He has a podcast of his own, and somewhere in the 50s, I'm gonna put out these hitter interviews and some clips, some shorts. Stay tuned. Thank you. Like, subscribe, comment, give us your feedback. Who do you want to see? Not about us. Who do you want to see? Type below. Type in the comment section below. Who do you want to see
Yeah, help our publicist, man.
in podcast?
Yeah. Help out. Who do you want to? And you know what? Type in the question that you have. Type in the question, like, be part of the conversation. Subscribers, followers, everybody that's on this, we would like to hear it from you too. We want to give you a voice.
Yep. But yeah, man, let's wrap this up. If you got a few minutes, we'll holler at each other on the back end here in a minute.
Yeah, and you know what? It's 154. Should we take it all the way to 2?
Man,
We got 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, duck your fresher on. Come on now. What? We got 5 minutes. What can we do with 5 minutes, brother? What can you do 5 minutes while the time is clicking? Come on, everybody. It's because we're singing today. I want to tell you what happened. I was teaching Bible study at the Water House. The brothers talking out and everything was wilding out. Then, of course, Don Beanie coming late. Oh, without a doubt. Every single time he got to work on his time. Anyways, I'm waiting for you. Feeling it. I got, 5 minutes to do. What you got to do. I'm starting to rhyme over here. And you know me. I'm not a rhymer. I'm a writer.
Ranger Stone. I'm done. I don't even want to go 2 hours.
You are no fun, okay?
I'm out.
But all right, brother, man. Have a good night, okay? Everybody, thank you for Harris is drinking again. I'm out.
Always and always smoking. Stay tuned. We're gonna be back next week. We got Ben Bartlett. It's been an amazing show. I'm so excited. I gotta end this shit and do some stuff before I hit the fucking sack. Stay tuned. Clips coming. 1 year anniversary show. Shout out to everybody, man. Harry's drinking again.